for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the checks. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check three. Get him. Check 52. Hey, alert. 90 is the mic. Ricky. Watch out.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
30 base. He's checking.
On second down, Michelle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, McCoy. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Mayfield. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Simon, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that is incomplete here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Check 31, check 31. Greystone, Travis.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bash.
that. Super toe.
Throw complete to Dorsett. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. McCoy. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Mayfield now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49, the 20. And he takes this into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Dorsett making the catch. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his 11th touchdown of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the Bills have it. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, the 30. 20, but he'll get no further as he's brought down within sight of the goal line inside the 20. But all he'll get is knowledge that the extra point was no good.
I've not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Play fake. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Pass complete here to Sanders. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Gurley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Mike 5-4.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield dancing to his left.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, he's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Good. 180. Up. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Lee Smith.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hauschka's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, McCoy. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Patriot first down.
Ready up. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Let's go.
On first down, Michel. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Switch out, switch out. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
To throw on third down. McCoy trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey, echo. We got 3 fellas. We got right.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Mayfield now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check 26. Cut.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Here's Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Simon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And that's his second sack in the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Simon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Hey, Alpha. King. Check 24, check 24. Hey, switch gears.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Flushed out right. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Cut. There. Go. Ready?
On first down, McCoy nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack, McCoy, his throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now McCoy, he's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Robert Foster, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra from tying this football game. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
They want this. Point it right.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
180. alert! Alert, alert! Hey, high 7.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
To throw, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check, butt set. Check, butt set. Hey, alert 33.
And again, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
3 down. Check number 6. Check number 6.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 or. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
Off play action. McCoy. Got an open man. It's Foster. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, it's Michel. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Jerry Hughes on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready, ready. March 49. I got you. I got you, son.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Here we go. 10 Nova. 5. 40 yards. Go.
Operating from the gun. McCoy looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. On 4th down, McCoy. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Let's see.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
18 Gators. 50. Big stop, G. Big stop.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hey, Wood.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
McCrane on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Next is score, Patriots 37, Bills 23.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check